Hi there, I hope you're well. I'm Lillian Larty. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a health and wellbeing specialist and transformation coach, and I specialise in helping ambitious, highly sensitive people who feel tired, overwhelmed, stressed, or burnt out. I help them to have energy, feel balanced, and have calm so that they're able to achieve their aspirations, goals, and passion projects in life. So, today's video is on releasing stress tension and relaxing your body. And hi to those who are watching. I may not be able to see the comments come up because for some reason, whenever I do a live, I don't see comments come up. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. So forgive me if I don't answer your comments straight away during this live. Those of you who come back and watch the replay, remember to put hashtag replay, and any questions, comments you've got, pop them in the comments and I'll come back and answer them. So I've got my notes with me, so I stick to time. And my question to you is, are you feeling tension in your body? Now, with all that's going on, we know all that's going on. Now, I know it's not the same in all parts of the world, but here in the UK, we are still currently in a lockdown situation. So that means there's been lots of changes to our home lifestyle, our work lifestyle, the way we do life generally. And more people are explaining to me that, Lillian, I just get lots of tension in my body. I find that I'm storing stress tension in my body. No matter what I do, I just cannot release it. It just doesn't go. Oh, I can see a comment. Hi, Maureen. I was just saying, normally I don't see comments when they come up on the live, so forgive me if you do put them in and I don't see them. So hi, those watching live, thank you. So yeah, all that's going on in the world, there's been a lot of changes, a lot of us to navigate. Therefore, if we're not effectively releasing and removing the stress tension from our bodies, of course, it's going to lie dormant and cause all sorts of things. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you 3 areas. Firstly, why some techniques don't work in releasing stress tension and why that stress tension keeps coming back. I'm going to share with you how to effectively release stress tension from your body using a simple 3-step process that I use and that my clients use as well. And also why it's important, as you as a highly sensitive person need to be doing this often. Okay. So by doing this process, you will learn how to live more freer and looser in your body, to have more calm and balance, because the more tension we store in our body, the more our body gets out of balance and we create imbalance in our muscles as well. And you'll be able to sleep better as well. You know, I mean, people are telling me that, Lillian, I'm not even sleeping well. I'm not doing that much and I'm not sleeping well. Well, it's stored up tension that sometimes subconsciously we don't realise that we're actually storing. So first of all, I'll give you an example of stress tension that I remember years ago that I used to suffer with. One time I went for a massage, really fantastic massage. Afterwards, I felt relaxed and I was like, oh my goodness, you know, I just feel wonderful. Next day I was at work and my shoulders were like this and I was really tense because the massage therapist said that they would call me back to check that I was okay, etc. And I remember speaking to them on the phone and I just felt this tension in my shoulder. And the first thing the person said to me said, okay, are your shoulders up to your ears, which they were? And I said, yeah. So he said, right, relax them. I said, how do I do that? He said, just drop them. I was like, okay. And as soon as I did it, I just felt the tension release. I thought, oh my goodness, I've been storing all that tension in my shoulders, in my neck area and everything. He said, yes, you know, you don't realise, you know, by doing your day-to-day activities, how much tension you're actually storing in your body. And it was something that I was not aware of. So I continued, went back to my desk, and then I still found that, oh my goodness, I've got my shoulders up, okay, down. When I was on the bus, shoulders up, oh, bring them down. And I kept doing this all the time. And I thought, I wonder if people are noticing me going like this. So after a while, when I got more into my work as a massage therapist, and I realised this was the same case for my clients as well. And I remember one time after treating a client and went to say goodbye to her and everything. She's just, see, the tension is still there in my shoulders. And she was like almost panicking. And I was like, okay, you've just had a massage. Why are you feeling tense? And so that's what I thought, why are you feeling tense? So I asked her, I said, why are you feeling tense? I said, what is it that you're thinking about? So she paused and she said, oh my goodness. She says, you know what? I'm thinking about all the things I've got to do when I get home. And then as soon as she realised that, she just dropped her shoulders. She see what, oh my goodness. She says, at first I thought the massage was not working. I said, no, my massages work. And she said, oh my goodness, she says, it's all in my head. And I said, yeah, it is. So when she realised that whenever she came for a massage, she said, okay, Lillian, I'm going to get everything out of my head first so that I can really enjoy this massage and release all the tension. And it was from there that I realised, because I'm someone that I always like to get to the root of why someone has a certain problem. So why do you have stress tension in your body? Why do you feel the tension in your jaw, in your hands, maybe in your neck and your shoulders, in your chest, in your back? Maybe those of you watching, you can relate to that. Maybe right now watching, you're like, yeah, I'm feeling tense here, I'm feeling tense there, and oh my goodness, my feet are tense. And different areas of our body that we feel tension in, even in our tummy, so what areas of your body do you feel tense in? Are you aware of it? Are you not aware of it? So this is why some techniques like stretching, doing Pilates, doing yoga, maybe, I don't know, whatever other techniques, having massages don't work in their own alone state. It's simply because the tension is not coming from our body per se, but rather from our mind. Remember the mind-body connection. Whatever is perceived in our mind will reflect in our body. So I'll give you an example. Think of the last thing that caused you stress and tension. It could be you went to catch a bus and you missed the bus and it was like, oh my goodness. And then you felt all the tension coming. Maybe someone rubbed you up the wrong way and that created tension in your body. Maybe it's this whole lockdown scenario that's causing you tension in your body. So think of the last thing that caused you perceived tension, because whatever you think reflects in your body. So when you release that thought, you process that thought, you are in effect releasing the stress tension from your body. Okay, so that's the first step in my technique, in this process that I do with myself and with my clients. So, and it's also understanding the root cause of that tension. It comes from the mind. It comes from our thoughts, our everyday thoughts. You could be there, maybe you're making lunch or you're making dinner and your shoulders are up in your ears. Yeah, maybe you're watching television and you're just like, maybe biting on your nails, or you're feeling tense in your jaw, or you're feeling tense in your hands. And you're thinking, why can't I relax? This was a case for one of my clients. And she said, Lillian, when I'm watching TV, my daughter always has to keep nudging me in the side and saying, relax, relax. And I'm like, I am relaxed. She says, no, you look at your feet. And then I look at my feet and my feet are tense. And I say, exactly, what is it that you're thinking? So it's not about position or the body. It's about our thoughts. Okay. So why do we need to do this more often as a highly sensitive person? Well, as a highly sensitive person, our nervous system is more sensitive and more heightened to stimuli than the average person. Okay, so whatever is going on in our environment, whatever is going on in our thoughts, our internal environment will exacerbate that tension. So like I said, it could be the slightest little thing. If you've got a sensitive nervous system, that stimuli is going to react and cause you to go into fight and flight response, which then creates the tension in the muscles. Now, the more tense we are in our bodies, the more it presses against our nerves. Our nervous system reacts even more. So then we stay in that fight and flight response for long periods of time. So as a highly sensitive person, we need to be doing this process to be able to release the tension and be in that place of calm. Also, holding on to that tension uses up lots of energy. So the more energy internally that we're using, the more we're going to feel tired, which a lot of highly sensitive people tell me, I myself, we suffer from, is the tiredness, is feeling overwhelmed, even when things are not happening, you know, because your nervous system is on a heightened stimulus. So it really needs to be in our self-care to be able to release the tension from our bodies often. So here's a process. I've already shared step one with you. Step one is to be aware of your thoughts. What is actually going on in your mind? Deal with those thoughts. How do you deal with them? You can talk with someone. You can speak out loud. You can journal. You can dump those thoughts somewhere, but process those thoughts. But first and foremost is to be aware of that thought and let that thought go, especially if it's not helping you. Maureen says, not about the body, but about the thoughts. Yes, exactly. Because, you know, I remember so many people would come to me for massage and say, oh, Lynn, I'm feeling tense. I need to get rid of this tension. Or like now, people say, oh, I'm feeling really tense in my tummy, or I'm feeling tense in my hands, and what do I do? And I said, listen, I can give you all the techniques that I know of, and I know lots of techniques. But if you are not dealing with the thoughts, if you're not realizing it's the thoughts that is actually the root cause, that tension is going to keep staying there, and it will be like something humming in the background that you're not aware of. So number one is thoughts. Number two, do a body scan, and I love doing this. You can close your eyes if it helps, or you can keep your eyes open, but I prefer to close my eyes so that I'm internal and I'm focused on my body. So what I do is I scan through my body from my head down to my toes. So I'm scanning through and visualizing and feeling as well into my body. Okay, where do I feel tense? Okay, do I feel tense in my head? Do I feel tense in my shoulders? Down into my chest, into my back, my tummy, my hip area, my legs, my knees, my calves, my feet, my hands and my arms. Just scan through the whole of your body. And those of you watching right now, you can do the same. Those of you who are watching the replay, do the same. You can take a deep breath in. And as you breathe through, just scan through that body, scan through your body and just feel, where is that tension? I can feel it. I know it's there somewhere. And it really doesn't take long to locate the tension. So once you've found it, then we move on to step three, which is to release it. Just let it go. Just like what I did when the massage therapist called me and said, where's the tension? Is it in your shoulders? Yes, it was. My shoulders were up to my ears, and he just said, just let it go, release. I was like, okay. And sometimes it can feel scary because at times we hold on to that tension. We become so used to that tension. That tension at times is our armor. I remember when massaging my clients, especially on their back, neck and shoulders, I would say, my goodness, it feels like you've got a shield in your back. It feels like you've got your armor on. And it is. It's a psychological armor. So that psychological armor is the tension that we're feeling. We need to release it. We release it from our body, but most of all, we release it from our mind. I hope that makes sense. If you've got any questions, pop it in the comments if I can see them. But that is the process. So I'll repeat the process again. Actually, in fact, what happens if the tension comes back? So remember what I said when I'd spoken with this massage therapist, and he said, just release it. And I went back to work, went back to my desk, and I just kept releasing. Every time tension came back, I kept releasing. But in this way, I would say, do the process again. Step one, acknowledge the thoughts that you're thinking. Pay attention to the thoughts that you're thinking. Okay, I'm thinking this about, let's say, for example, the lockdown. Oh my goodness, it's just getting me tense. I can feel it in my neck. It's really, really sore. Okay, release the lockdown, tension, thoughts. I can't do anything about this situation. Let it go, let it go. Do your process for your thoughts. Number two, do your body scan. Yeah, I'm feeling it in my neck. I'm feeling it in my chest. Maybe I'm feeling it in my legs as well. Okay, acknowledge it. Number three, let it go. Just release it. And this is where you can bring the other techniques into play. This is where you can bring the stretching, you can bring the massages in. This is where you can bring the rolling, whatever technique works for you. And that is where it's going to work. It's not going to work at the first point. It's going to work after you physically and mentally have released that tension. So, does that make sense? Oh, Maureen's written it down. Yes, thoughts, body scan. Let me see if I can see the, and let it go. Perfect sense. Oh, I like the way you've that, Maureen. Thank you. That's really good. I love that. Yes. So release the thoughts, do your body scan, let it go. Let it go, let it go. There's a song, isn't it? Let it go, let it go. Anyway, so that is today's video. Release the tension and relax your body. Okay? If you've got any questions, pop them in the comments. Those of you watching the replay, likewise, pop them in the comments. If you've got any comments, add to the comments. Hashtag replay for those of you who watch. If you found this video useful, please share with others that you know will benefit from this. And if you need any extra help, if you need any support in releasing tension from your body, from your mind, you find it just keeps coming back and you're doing all the techniques in the process and it's just not working, send me a direct message. I'll be happy to chat with you. Okay. I'm glad that you found it helpful, and thank you for those of you who are watching the the live. Like I said, sometimes I don't see all the comments or all those who are watching, but thank you, Maureen, and oh, Victoria, hi. Hi, Victoria. Victoria says incredible. Thank you, Lillian. Really valuable. Oh, Sandra, hi. Now I'm seeing everyone come on. Hi, Sandra. That makes sense. Thank you. Apply it. Share it, and let's all start to feel relaxed and better in our bodies, especially as highly sensitive people. We need this more than ever, don't we? Okay, lots of love to you all. Thank you for tuning into live. Thank you for those watching the replay as well. And I will catch you soon in another post or another live. Take care. Bye.